Commander Lily Vance stood at the window of her ship, the Starseeker. The darkness of space stretched out before her, broken only by distant stars. After 15 years in deep space, Lily thought she had seen everything. She was wrong. "Commander, we have something strange on our scanners," said Kate, the ship's navigator. Her voice was tight with worry. Lily turned from the window. At 45, she was older than most space commanders. Half her body was not fully human anymore. After an accident years ago, doctors had replaced parts of her with metal and wires. The top brass had sent her on this simple star mapping mission as a quiet path to retirement. "Show me," Lily said, walking to the main screen. The screen lit up with an image that made everyone on the bridge gasp. A ship unlike any they had seen before floated in the darkness ahead. It looked like it was made of crystal, and its surface shimmered with colors that seemed to move in time with Lily's heartbeat. "Have you tried to contact them?" Lily asked. "Yes, Commander." "No answer on any channel," replied Kate, her fingers moving quickly across the glowing controls. Lily nodded, her gray eyes narrowed as she studied the strange ship. "Try again. And get a team ready to board that vessel. I want to know what we're dealing with." Suddenly, the lights on the bridge flickered and went out. The crew froze in the darkness. When the lights came back on seconds later, they were not alone. Standing in the middle of the bridge was a being unlike any Lily had ever seen. It was clearly female, but not human. She stood at least 7 feet tall, with skin that shimmered like the inside of a seashell. Her eyes were completely black except for tiny points of light that looked like stars. On her head, instead of hair, she had what looked like living tentacles that moved gently as if underwater. Her clothes seemed to be made of light itself, Commander Vance, the being said. Her lips didn't move, but Lily heard the voice inside her head. "I am Naira, Queen of the Luminari. We have searched for your kind for a very long time." The crew stared in shock. Some reached for their weapons, but Lily held up her hand to stop them. Before anyone could speak, the alien queen raised a hand with 6 fingers. A ball of light grew from her palm and quickly expanded, covering the entire bridge. When it faded, all the crew was gone. Only Lily remained. "Where are my people?" Lily demanded, fighting to stay calm. "They are safe," Naira said, her star-filled eyes fixed on Lily. "They have been returned to their quarters. I wish to speak with you alone." "Why me?" Lily asked, standing her ground despite her racing heart. "You will understand soon," Naira said. She held out her 6-fingered hand. "You will come with me now. Your species has great potential, but we do not have much time." "I'm not going anywhere until you tell me what this is about," Lily said firmly. Naira tilted her head, the tentacles on her head moving in what might have been amusement. "Brave, that is good. But there is no choice in this matter." With a wave of her hand, another sphere of light surrounded them both. When it faded, they were no longer on the Starseeker. Lily found herself in a vast room made of the same crystal-like material as the alien ship. The walls seemed to glow from within, casting soft light in colors she had never seen before. The floor beneath her feet was solid, but somehow felt like it was breathing. "Welcome to the heart of light. My home for the past 1,000 years, Naira said, moving across the room with a grace that made her seem to float. 1,000 years? Lily repeated, stunned. "How old are you?" "By your counting of time, I'm over 5,000 years old," Naira replied. "My species lives much longer than humans, but even our time has limits." As Naira moved around the room, Lily noticed something she hadn't seen before. Despite the alien's graceful movements and timeless beauty, there was a weariness about her. A subtle slowness that spoke of great age. "Why have you brought me here?" Lily asked again. Naira waved her hand, and part of the wall became transparent. Beyond it, Lily could see her ship, the Starseeker, floating safely nearby. "Your crew is unharmed," Naira said, "but they are not what interests me." "You are," Lily frowned. "Me? What's so special about me?" "You are part machine, yet your mind remains human," Naira said, approaching Lily and studying her with those star-filled eyes. "You have adapted, changed, survived. These qualities interest me greatly." "My cybernetics were just to save my life after an accident," Lily explained. Uncomfortable under the alien's intense gaze, perhaps, but they make you uniquely suited for what must come next, Naira said. The room shifted around them, walls moving like liquid to form a new space. Now they stood in what looked like a control room. All around them, images of stars and planets floated in the air. "My people, the Luminary, are dying," Naira said, her voice now tinged with sadness. Once we numbered in the millions, spread across 100 star systems. Now only a few thousand remain. With a wave of her hand, she showed Lily images of beings like herself. But each one looked less vibrant than Naira, their skin duller, their movement slower. We reached our peak 10,000 years ago, Naira continued. Since then, we have been slowly fading away. Our bodies have evolved toward peace and harmony with the universe. We have lost the drive to survive at all costs. And humans haven't, Lily said, beginning to understand. No, humans fight. Humans adapt. Humans survive against all odds, Naira said with what might have been admiration in her voice. These are qualities the Luminari once had long ago. Qualities we need again. Why? What's coming that has you so worried? Lily asked. Naira's expression grew grave. She waved her hand again and the star map changed to show a dark cloud moving through space, consuming everything in its path. A threat older than even the Luminari, she said. One that will destroy all life if not stopped. She turned to face Lily directly, her star-filled eyes now intense with purpose. I'm too old for you. Human? Naira said, her voice suddenly soft in Lily's mind. But my daughter awaits. The floor beneath them became transparent, revealing another room below. In it, floating in a pool of glowing liquid, was a younger version of Naira. But this being was different. Parts of her skin looked almost human. What is this? Lily whispered, a chill running down her spine. The future, Naira replied. A new beginning for both our peoples. Lily stared down at the floating figure below them. The young alien looked peaceful, as if sleeping. Unlike Naira, whose skin was fully pearlescent, this being had patches that looked like human flesh mixed with the alien shimmer. What have you done? Lily asked, her voice barely above a whisper. Created hope, Naira replied. She moved her six-fingered hand, and the floor became solid again. Come, there is more you must see. They walked through corridors that seemed to shift and change as they passed. Gravity felt different in each new area they entered. Lily's cybernetic parts whirred softly as they adjusted to the strange environment. She had been aboard the alien ship for what her internal clock told her was 3 days, though it felt much longer. Your machine parts are quite interesting, Naira said as they entered a vast dome filled with swirling maps of stars. You are part machine, yet your mind remains fully human. They were necessary after my accident, Lily said stiffly. You still haven't told me why I'm here, or what that being was in the pool. That was Alara, Naira said. Her voice softened when she spoke the name. She is the first of a new kind, neither fully Luminari nor fully human. How is that possible? Lily asked, though she feared she already knew the answer. She carries human DNA, Naira confirmed. Your DNA, extracted while you slept. Anger flashed through Lily. You had no right to do that. Rights, Naira said as if testing the word. When facing extinction, such concepts become better flexible. You talk about extinction. What exactly are we facing? Lily demanded. Naira waved her hand and the star map changed. Now it showed what looked like a cloud of metal insects moving through space, consuming entire planets as they went. We call them the Void Swarm, Naira explained. They are an ancient weapon created by a species long gone. They were meant to end a war, but instead they ended the species that made them. For eons they remained dormant. Now they have awakened and are moving toward your territory and what remains of ours. Lily studied the projection with growing horror. The pattern was clear. The swarm was methodically eating everything in its path. Why can't your technology stop them? She asked. You're clearly more advanced than humans. We have tried for centuries, Naira said, and for the first time Lily heard weariness in her voice. The swarm adapts to any technology used against it, and the Luminari have evolved away from war. We have lost what you humans call the killer instinct. And you think humans still have it? Lily said, understanding dawning. Yes. Humans retain the primal drive to survive at any cost, combined with Luminari abilities to connect with the quantum fabric of reality. You want to create some kind of hybrid super soldiers, Lily said flatly, using my DNA without my permission. Not just soldiers, Naira corrected. A new species, one with the best qualities of both our kinds. The alien queen led Lily to another room. This one was smaller and felt almost cozy. There were seat-like structures that adjusted to fit Lily's human form when she sat down. Ilara is special, Naira continued, taking a seat across from Lily. She is the first of what we call the Children of Dawn. She carries your DNA, yes, but also something more precious, your spirit of survival. This is wrong, Lily said. You can't just create new life forms to fight your wars. Would you prefer both our species be consumed by the swarm? Naira asked simply. Your planets turned to dust? Your people forgotten? Before Lily could answer, the wall of the room shimmered and became transparent. Beyond it was a larger chamber where other luminari moved about. They looked similar to Naira, but less vibrant, as if faded by time. My people are dying, Commander Vance, Naira said quietly. Not just from the swarm, but from time itself. We have lived too long, evolved too far toward peace. We have forgotten how to fight, how to survive. And humans are what? Your genetic salvation? Lily asked bitterly. Perhaps we are each other's salvation, Naira replied. Your technology alone cannot stop the swarm. Our abilities alone cannot stop it. But together, the wall changed again, now showing the young hybrid Alara from another angle. Lily could see that her eyes were closed, but there was movement beneath the lids as if she were dreaming. She will awaken soon, Naira said, the first of a new kind. Neither fully alien nor fully human, a bridge between our worlds. And what happens then? Lily asked. Then she will need guidance, teaching from both luminari and human. Naira's star-filled eyes fixed on Lily. She will need you, Commander. Me? Why me specifically? Your DNA was most compatible with ours. Your cybernetic enhancements made the bonding process possible, where pure human DNA would have failed. And your mind, Naira paused. Your mind has qualities we value: courage, adaptability, compassion, even in the face of fear. Lily stood up, pacing the small room. This is too much. You kidnapped me, took my DNA without permission, created a child with it, and now you want me to what? Be her mother? Her teacher, Naira corrected. Her guide to humanity. I can teach her the ways of the Luminari, but only you can teach her what it means to be human. And if I refuse? Naira was silent for a long moment. Then both our peoples will likely perish when the swarm arrives. Alara is just the first. We need more Children of Dawn, a new generation with the strength to fight what's coming. The room changed again, shifting and expanding until they stood in what looked like a garden. But instead of plants, there were structures of crystal and light that seemed alive, growing and changing even as Lily watched. This is the Heart Garden, Naira said, the center of what remains of Luminari culture. Once there were 1,000 such gardens across many worlds. Now only this one remains. Lily walked among the strange crystal growths. Despite their alien nature, there was something beautiful about them. Something that spoke to her on a level beyond words. How long do we have? She asked finally. Before this swarm reaches us? By your counting of time, perhaps 1 Earth year, Naira replied. Not long to prepare. And you expect me to help you create more hybrids in that time? An army of them? Not just an army, Naira said. A new species. One that can survive what's coming and build something new from what remains. Lily stopped before a crystal formation that pulsed with gentle blue light. Its pattern reminded her of a heartbeat. I need to think, she said. And I need to see my crew, make sure they're really safe. Of course, Naira said. They have been well treated. I will return you to your ship. You may speak with your crew. Contact your people. Tell them what you have learned. But know this, Commander Vance. Time is short. Alara will awaken soon, and when she does, she will need both of us. With a wave of Naira's hand, the garden faded away. Lily found herself back on the bridge of the Starseeker. Her crew stared at her in shock. Commander, Kate exclaimed, rushing forward. You've been gone for 3 days. We thought you were dead. Lily looked around at the familiar faces of her crew, then back at the view screen where Naira's crystalline ship still floated, shimmering with its strange inner light. I'm fine, she said, though she knew it wasn't true. Nothing would be fine again. Call Earth Command. We need to talk. 2 weeks had passed since Lily's return to her ship. Earth Command had been skeptical of her story at first. Some even suggested she might be under alien influence, but the proof was hard to deny. The massive crystalline ship of the Luminari remained in orbit nearby, visible to all. Lily sat in her quarters watching a recorded message from Admiral Grace Chen of Earth Command. The older woman's face was grim as she spoke. Commander Vance, we've confirmed your report about the approaching threat. Our long-range probes have detected the Void Swarm. It's exactly as you described. a massive cloud of machine-like insects consuming everything in their path. We estimate 8 months until they reach the outer colonies. The Admiral paused, rubbing her forehead. A diplomatic team is being sent to your location. They will assess the Luminary Queen's proposal. In the meantime, you are authorized to continue communications with the aliens, but take no further action regarding these hybrid beings. The message ended. Lily sighed and turned to the window. She could see Naira's ship in the distance, glittering like a jewel against the blackness of space. Her door chimed. "Enter," she called. Kate Murphy, her navigator, stepped inside. "Commander, the alien queen is requesting to speak with you again. She says it's urgent." Lily nodded. "Tell her I'll meet her in the conference room." 30 minutes later, Lily sat across from Naira. Up close, the alien queen seemed different somehow. Her pearlescent skin had lost some of its luster, and the tentacles on her head moved more slowly. "You look unwell," Lily said bluntly. "My time grows shorter," Naira replied. "The energy required to create Alara took much from me." "I'm sorry to hear that," Lily said, and found that she meant it. Despite everything, she had developed a grudging respect for the ancient queen. "Ilara is awakening," Naira said. "She asks for you." Lily felt a chill run down her spine. "Asks for me? She's conscious?" "Yes, her development has been faster than expected. She has the knowledge of both our peoples, implanted during her creation. But knowledge is not understanding. She needs guidance." Lily hesitated. Earth Command had been clear. Take no further action regarding the hybrids. But seeing the being created from her own DNA, "I'll come," she decided. "But some of my crew will accompany me this time." Naira inclined her head. "As you wish." An hour later, Lily, Kate, and Chief Medical Officer Allison Wood stood in the chamber where Alara floated in her pool of luminescent liquid. The hybrid being's eyes were open now. One was black with stars like Naira's. The other was human blue, Lily's eye color. "She's beautiful," Dr. Wood whispered, medical scanner in hand. "Readings indicate a blend of humanoid and something else. Quantum fluctuations I can't even begin to understand." Alara turned her head toward them. Her face was a perfect blend of human and luminary features. When she spoke, her voice was like gentle music in their minds. "Mother," she said, looking directly at Lily. Lily felt her heart skip. I didn't. Your essence helped create me," Alara said. "In my mind, that makes you mother, just as Naira is mother." Naira approached the pool. "She is ready to emerge. The birthing fluid has done its work." The liquid in the pool began to drain away. As it receded, Alara sat up. She was tall, though not as tall as Naira, with a slender body that seemed to shimmer between human and luminary appearance. Dr. Wood stepped forward with a medical blanket, but Alara raised her hand. Light swirled around her body, solidifying into a simple robe. "Thank you, but I can manage," she said with a gentle smile that looked startlingly human. "Incredible," Kate whispered. "She just created clothing from light." "One of many abilities she possesses," Naira said. There was pride in her voice, but also sadness. "Abilities that will be needed against the swarm." Alara stepped from the pool, her movements graceful but tentative, like a newborn deer finding its legs. She approached Lily slowly. "Your mind is troubled," she said. "You did not choose this." "No," Lily admitted. "I didn't, but that doesn't mean I'm not concerned for your welfare." "The welfare of one is nothing compared to the welfare of all," Alara said. "I was created with purpose, to help save both our peoples." "You're talking like you're just a weapon," Lily said, frowning. "You're a living being with rights." "Rights," Alara repeated, much as Naira had done. "A human concept, interesting." She turned to Naira. "Is there time to show them?" Naira nodded. "Yes, they should see what we face." The chamber around them shifted, walls becoming transparent. They now stood in what seemed to be the heart of the luminary ship. All around them, stars and planets floated in a three-dimensional map. "This is our galaxy as it exists now," Naira explained. With a wave of her hand, the map zoomed in on a section of space. A dark cloud appeared at one edge, moving slowly but steadily toward the center. "And this is the Void Swarm." Naira zoomed in further. Now they could see that the cloud was made up of billions of metallic insects, each one about the size of a human hand. They moved together in perfect coordination like a single organism. "They consume everything," Naira continued. "Not just life, but matter itself. They break it down and use it to create more of themselves. They were designed as the perfect weapon, self-replicating, adaptable, unstoppable. If they're so unstoppable, how do you plan to fight them? Dr. Wood asked. With something they've never encountered before, Naira said, looking at Alara. A mind that can connect with both the physical and quantum realms. A consciousness that can potentially enter their network and disrupt it from within. You mean Alara can hack them? Kate asked, eyes wide. Like a computer system? In simplistic terms, yes, Naira said. But one mind alone is not enough. We need more Children of Dawn, each with unique abilities that complement each other. An army of hybrids, Lily said flatly. Not an army, Alara corrected gently. A family. A new species that represents the best of both human and Luminari. Lily looked at the young hybrid, studying her face. Despite the alien features, there was something in her expression that reminded Lily of herself. A determination, a will to survive. Earth Command is sending a diplomatic team, Lily said finally. They'll want to assess all of this for themselves. Time grows short, Naira warned. The swarm moves faster than you realize. By the time your diplomats finish their discussions, it may be too late to create enough Children of Dawn to make a difference. You're asking us to trust you with the future of our species, Lily said. That's a lot to ask. I am asking you to help save both our species, Naira corrected. The Luminari are dying. Humans alone cannot stop the swarm. Together we might have a chance. Alara stepped forward, her dual-colored eyes intense. I can show you, she said. What I can do. What I can become, what we all might become together. Before anyone could respond, the chamber shuddered. A Luminari entered, moving quickly to Naira's side. My queen, the Luminari said, the human fleet has arrived. 20 warships. They are demanding to speak with Commander Vance immediately. Lily felt her heart sink. 20 warships meant Earth Command wasn't just sending diplomats. They were preparing for a fight. Take me back to my ship, she said to Naira. I need to talk to them before this gets out of hand. Naira nodded, but her expression was grave. Remember what you have seen here, Commander. Remember what is at stake. As they prepared to leave, Alara caught Lily's hand. Her touch was warm, her skin both alien and familiar at the same time. I need you, she said simply. We all do. Lily didn't know how to respond. She squeezed Alara's hand once, then let go. I'll be back, she promised, not knowing if she could keep that promise. As they were transported back to the Starseeker, Lily's mind raced. The Earth fleet had arrived with warships instead of diplomatic vessels. That could only mean one thing. They weren't here to talk. They were here to destroy the Luminary ship and everything in it, including Alara. Lily stood on the bridge of her ship facing the view screen. Admiral Grace Chen looked back at her, flanked by military officers and one civilian, a woman with short gray hair and keen eyes who Lily recognized immediately. Sam, Lily breathed, her heart skipping a beat. Dr. Samantha Wells nodded slightly. She had been Lily's wife once before Lily had chosen her career over their relationship. Now she was Earth's leading xenobiologist. Commander Vance, Admiral Chen said, her voice clipped. You were ordered to take no further action regarding the alien hybrids. Yet we've received reports that you visited the alien vessel again. I was invited to see the hybrid being, Lily said carefully, for scientific observation only. Dr. Wood accompanied me to collect data. And what did you observe? Sam asked, speaking for the first time. Her voice was professional, but Lily could hear the underlying tension. The hybrid, Alara, is fully conscious. She appears to have knowledge of both human and luminary cultures, and she possesses abilities. Abilities that might be useful against the swarm. The swarm, Admiral Chen repeated. Yes, we've confirmed its existence. Our long-range probes were destroyed after sending back images, but we saw enough. It's a significant threat. Then you understand why the Luminari created Alara, Lily said. They believe hybrids like her might be our only defense. The Admiral's face hardened. What we understand is that an alien species has taken human DNA without permission and created an unauthorized hybrid being. That represents a significant security risk. With respect, Admiral, Lily argued, the swarm represents a much greater risk. If the Luminari are right, it will consume everything in its path, including Earth. Sam stepped forward. Commander, we're not dismissing the threat. But we need to study this hybrid under controlled conditions. We're prepared to bring it aboard the flagship for examination. She? Lily corrected sharply. Not it. She. And I don't think taking her by force is a good idea. We're not asking permission, Admiral Chen said coldly. The hybrid will be transferred to Earth custody for study. The luminary vessel will remain under guard until we determine their true intentions. Lily felt a chill run down her spine. Admiral, I strongly advise against this approach. The luminari have technology far beyond ours. And Alara, we don't fully understand her capabilities. Which is precisely why we need to study her. Sam interjected, her tone softening slightly. Lily, think about it. An entirely new life form created from human and alien DNA. The scientific implications alone are staggering. And the military applications, I'm sure, Lily said bitterly. Admiral Chen's eyes narrowed. You seem unusually protective of these aliens, Commander. Perhaps you've spent too much time in their company. Before Lily could respond, Kate called out from her station. Commander, the Luminari ship is powering up some kind of energy field. On the view screen, they could see the crystalline vessel beginning to pulse with bright blue light. The Earth Fleet's ships immediately raised their shields. What are they doing? Admiral Chen demanded. I don't know, Lily admitted. Let me talk to them. After a tense moment, the Admiral nodded. Very well. But make it clear that any aggressive action will be met with force. Lily opened a channel to the luminary ship. Naira's face appeared on a split screen beside the Admiral's. Queen Naira, Lily began. The Earth Fleet is concerned about your ship's energy readings. Can you explain what's happening? Protection, Naira said simply. Your fleet approaches with weapons ready. We are simply ensuring our safety. We have no intention of firing first, Admiral Chen cut in. But we do intend to take custody of the hybrid being for study. Naira's star-filled eyes seemed to darken. Ilara is not a specimen to be studied. She is a living being with rights, as your Commander Vance pointed out. Rights that were violated when you took human DNA without permission, Sam countered. An action taken to save both our species, Naira replied. Time grows short. The swarm approaches. We should be preparing, not arguing amongst ourselves. As they spoke, Lily noticed something strange on one of the sensor displays. A small shuttle had launched from the luminary ship and was moving away quickly, cloaked in some kind of energy field that made it nearly invisible to sensors. She kept her face neutral, not wanting to draw attention to what she was seeing. Whatever Naira was planning, Lily decided to give her the chance to carry it out. Admiral, Lily said, I propose a compromise. Let me return to the luminary ship with Dr. Wells and a small team. We can study Alara there, in her own environment without causing diplomatic tension. Sam looked surprised at the suggestion but nodded slowly. That could work. I'd like to see their technology firsthand anyway. Admiral Chen frowned. I don't like it. But very well. A small team only. And I want hourly reports. Agreed, Lily said quickly. Naira inclined her head. We welcome Dr. Wells and her team. We have nothing to hide. The transmission ended. Lily turned to Kate. Prepare a shuttle. I want you and Dr. Wood with us. Yes, Commander, Kate replied, though she gave Lily a curious look. An hour later, Lily, Sam, Kate, and Dr. Wood boarded the luminary ship. Naira greeted them personally, but Lily immediately noticed something was different. The Queen looked weaker, her movements slower, her skin less vibrant. Where is Alara? Sam asked, looking around the crystalline chamber with barely concealed fascination. Resting, Naira replied. The awakening process takes much energy. She will join us soon. Lily knew this was a lie. She had seen the shuttle leave. Alara was gone, hidden somewhere away from the Earth fleet. But she said nothing, playing along with Naira's deception. I'd like to see your medical facilities, Dr. Wood said, scanner in hand. The technology that allowed you to create a viable hybrid is remarkable. Of course, Naira said. This way. As they moved through the ship, Sam fell into step beside Lily. You know something, she whispered. I can see it in your face. Not here, Lily murmured back. Later, the tour continued for hours. Sam and Dr. Wood were enthralled by the luminary technology, especially the quantum systems that seemed to defy the laws of physics as humans understood them. Finally, Naira brought them to a large chamber with a view of space. The Earth fleet was visible in the distance, warships positioned in a blockade formation around the luminary vessel. Your people fear us, Naira observed. Can you blame them? Sam asked. You took human genetic material without permission and created a new life form. To save both our species, Naira repeated. The swarm will not negotiate. It will not show mercy. It consumes. That is its purpose. And Alara's purpose? Sam challenged. What exactly did you design her to do? To bridge our worlds, Naira said. To possess both human adaptability and luminary connection to the quantum realm. To be able to enter the swarm's network consciousness and disrupt it from within. Sam's eyes widened. That's possible? Theoretically, Naira replied. But one mind alone is not enough. We need more children of Dawn working in concert. More hybrids, Dr. Wood said. Using whose DNA? Volunteers, Lily cut in. It has to be volunteers this time. Naira looked at her with those ancient star-filled eyes. Yes, we have learned that taking without permission causes complications. Suddenly the ship shuddered. Alarms sounded, though they were more like musical tones than harsh human warning systems. What's happening? Kate demanded. A luminary rushed into the chamber. My queen. The human fleet is firing on us. What? Lily turned to the viewing window. Sure enough, the Earth ships had opened fire, their weapons flashing against the luminary ship's energy shields. Admiral Chen gave no such order, Sam said, her face pale. I was there when the mission parameters were set. Lily's comm unit buzzed. She answered it to find a frantic communications officer from her ship. Commander, 3 ships broke formation and attacked without orders. The Admiral is trying to stop them, but they're not responding. Sabotage, Lily realized. Or they have their own agenda. She turned to Naira. Can your shields hold? For a time, Naira said calmly. But not indefinitely. It seems our time for talk has run out, Commander Vance. The ship shuddered again as another volley hit the shields. Lily made a decision. Where is Alara really? She asked. Naira's expression didn't change. Safe, beyond the reach of those who would harm her. Good, Lily said. Keep her that way. She turned to Sam and the others. We need to get back to our ship. Try to stop this madness before it's too late. As they hurried toward the shuttle bay, Sam grabbed Lily's arm. You knew, she accused. You knew the hybrid wasn't here. Yes, Lily admitted. And I'm glad. Look what happened the moment your people arrived. Attack first, ask questions later. Not my orders, Sam insisted. Something else is happening here. They reached the shuttle bay just as another blast rocked the ship. This one was stronger, indicating the shields were weakening. We don't have much time, Kate warned as they boarded their shuttle. As they prepared to launch, Naira appeared at the bay entrance. Commander Vance, she called. Lily paused at the shuttle door. Yes? When the time comes, Naira said, Alara will need you. Both our peoples will need you. I'll find a way, Lily promised. Just keep her safe until then. As their shuttle launched back toward the Starseeker, Lily watched the Earth fleet continuing its attack on the Luminary ship. The crystalline vessel's shield still held, but they were weakening with each blast. 3 months had passed since the attack on the Luminary ship. Much had changed. The Earth fleet had split, with some ships remaining loyal to Admiral Chen and others following a hardline general who believed all alien contact should be met with force. Lily's ship, the Starseeker, had been declared rogue after she refused orders to help hunt down the Luminari. Now renamed Dawn's Light, the ship had been transformed with Luminari technology. Its hull was partly crystalline, its systems enhanced beyond human understanding. Lily stood on the bridge, watching as 50 young hybrid beings trained in what had once been the cargo bay. Each looked like Alara, part human, part Luminari, but with subtle differences. Some had more human features, others more alien. All possessed extraordinary abilities. They learned quickly, said Kate, who had chosen to stay with Lily when the crew was given the choice to leave. Too quickly, Lily murmured. The children of Dawn, as they were called, had been grown in accelerated chambers. Though they appeared to be teenagers, they were actually only months old. Their minds contained implanted knowledge from both species, but they lacked real-world experience. Alara led the training, her movements a fluid blend of human martial arts and luminary energy manipulation. Of all the hybrids, she remained the strongest, her connection to both worlds the deepest. Commander, called Dr. Wood from her station, we're receiving a transmission. It's from the Earth Coalition. Lily nodded. Put it through. The screen lit up to show Sam's face. She looked tired with new lines around her eyes. Lily, she said, relief evident in her voice. You're safe. For now, Lily replied. What news? The swarm has accelerated its approach, Sam said grimly. It's already consumed 3 outer colony worlds. The coalition is mobilizing everything we have, but she didn't need to finish. They both knew it wouldn't be enough. And the hardliners? Lily asked. Still hunting the luminary? Still hunting you. Sam leaned closer to the screen. I've been named head of the diplomatic team. We're coming to your coordinates. The Coalition Council finally understands we need to work together. Better late than never, Lily said wryly. When will you arrive? 3 days. We're bringing scientists, engineers, people who can help understand the hybrid's abilities and how to use them against the swarm. And soldiers too, I imagine, Lily said. Sam didn't deny it. Some security personnel, yes, but they're under my command, not military. Understood. We'll be ready. Lily paused, then added, It's good to see you, Sam. Sam's expression softened. You too, Lily. Stay safe. Well's out. As the screen went dark, Lily felt a presence behind her. She turned to find Alara standing there, watching her with those dual-colored eyes. One human blue, one luminary black filled with stars. Your former mate comes, Alara said. It wasn't a question. Yes, Lily confirmed. With help, hopefully. And your feelings for her remain strong, Alara observed. Lily smiled slightly. The hybrid's ability to read emotions is still disconcerting. We don't read emotions so much as sense them, Alara corrected. Like feeling heat from a fire. I don't need special abilities to see how your expression changes when you speak with Dr. Wells. It's complicated, Lily said. Human relationships often are, Alara agreed. The luminary mate for life, but humans sometimes find their way back to each other, Lily finished softly. Alara nodded, then changed the subject. The others are ready for the next phase of training. Will you observe? Of course. They walked together to the cargo bay, now transformed into a training arena. The space was vast, with areas for physical combat, energy manipulation, and mental exercises. The 49 other hybrids stopped their activities and stood at attention as Lily and Alara entered. At ease, Lily said, still uncomfortable with the military formality the hybrids had adopted. Despite her efforts to teach them human culture beyond warfare, they seemed drawn to structure and discipline. Today we will practice melding, Alara announced to the group. The joining of minds that will be necessary when we face the swarm. The hybrids arranged themselves in a circle. Each placed their hands on the shoulders of those beside them, forming an unbroken chain. Alara took her place in the circle, then looked expectantly at Lily. We need you to complete the circuit, she said. Your cybernetic parts help bridge the gap between human and luminary consciousness. Reluctantly, Lily stepped into the circle, placing her hands on the shoulders of 2 young hybrids. Immediately, she felt a tingling sensation where her cybernetic arm met the shoulder of one of the children of dawn. Focus on unity, Alara instructed. See us not as 50 individuals, but as one mind with 50 perspectives. Lily tried to follow the instruction, concentrating on the feeling of connection. At first, there was nothing but the physical sensation of touching the hybrids. Then gradually, she began to feel something else. A faint whisper of thoughts not her own. Emotions she wasn't feeling. Memories she didn't possess. The sensation grew stronger, rushing through her mind like a river breaking through a dam. Suddenly, she wasn't just Lily Vance anymore. She was 50 beings at once, seeing through 100 eyes, feeling with 50 hearts. The experience was overwhelming, beautiful and terrifying at the same time. And then she saw it. The swarm. Not as a distant threat, but as if she were floating among the billions of metallic insects that composed it. She could feel their single-minded purpose. Consume, replicate, expand. There was no malice in it, no evil intent. Just a program running exactly as designed. But more importantly, she could see how they communicated, how they coordinated their movements. Each individual insect was connected to the whole through a complex network of quantum signals. That's it, Alara's voice said, though her lips didn't move. The words were directly in Lily's mind. That's how we'll stop them. We'll enter that network, disrupt it from within. The vision faded as the hybrids broke their circle. Lily staggered slightly, dizzy from the experience. Dr. Wood rushed forward with a scanner. Your neural patterns are off the charts, she said worriedly. Heart rate elevated, adrenaline spiking. Are you all right? I'm fine, Lily assured her, though her head was pounding. It was just intense. But you saw it, Alara said eagerly. You saw the way. I saw something, Lily admitted. But entering the swarm's consciousness? That's incredibly dangerous. If they detect you, they could consume your minds just as easily as they consume planets. It is a risk we must take, Alara said simply. There is no other way. Before Lily could argue further, alarms sounded throughout the ship. Kate's voice came over the comm system. Commander, to the bridge. Emergency. Lily and Alara rushed back to the bridge. On the main screen was an image that made Lily's blood run cold. The Void Swarm, no longer a distant threat, but visibly closer to inhabited space than anyone had predicted. They've accelerated again, Kate reported tensely. At current speed, they'll reach the Coalition core worlds in 2 weeks, not 2 months as we thought. How is that possible? Lily demanded, unknown. But these readings are verified by 3 different sensor arrays. Lily turned to Alara. We're out of time. The Coalition fleet won't be ready and your people aren't fully trained. We must act now, Alara agreed. With what we have. It's suicide, Dr. Wood protested. The hybrids need more time to develop their abilities. There is no more time, Alara said calmly. We were created for this purpose. We are ready. Lily looked at the young hybrid's face, so determined, so certain. She saw in Alara's eyes the same steel she'd seen in her own reflection countless times before. Contact Sam, she ordered Kate. Tell her to get here faster. We're accelerating our plans. 3 days later, the Coalition diplomatic vessel arrived. Sam rushed onto the Dawn's Light, followed by a team of scientists and, as predicted, a contingent of security personnel. The swarm were Sam's first words as she embraced Lily briefly. It's moving faster than anything we've ever seen. I know, Lily said. We need to move our timetable up. The hybrids have a plan. Sam's eyes widened as she saw Alara and the other children of Dawn gathered on the bridge. My God, she whispered. There are so many of them. 50 in total, Lily confirmed. Each with unique abilities but all capable of joining minds. Alara stepped forward. Dr. Wells, she said, extending her hand in the human gesture Lily had taught her. I am Alara, first of the children of Dawn. Sam hesitated only briefly before shaking the hybrid's hand. Extraordinary, she murmured. The perfect blend of both species. Not perfect, Alara corrected, but perhaps sufficient for our needs. As the scientists began setting up their equipment to study the hybrids, Lily pulled Sam aside. There's something you need to know, she said quietly. Naira is dead, Sam's expression sobered. The Luminari Queen? How? She gave the last of her life energy to create these final hybrids, Lily explained. She knew she wouldn't survive the process, but she did it anyway. For them. For all of us. I'm sorry, Sam said, genuine regret in her voice. I wish we'd had more time to understand her species. If her sacrifice is going to mean anything, we need to stop the swarm, Lily said. And to do that, we need your help. Sam squeezed Lily's hand. Whatever you need,